Kick some snow? Huh? Oh, you know what we should do? Oh, we should put your coat on you. Well, I tell you to avoid the mud, but I don't think that's possible today, Opie. Well, hello there, you great and amazing and awesome, beautiful people. How are you guys on this great day? Not really a whole lot of time to chitter chat when we were outside the truck, so we're going to try doing it right here, right now, real quick. Like, we started our day off in Indianapolis, Indiana. We are loaded with a load of Gatorade and we're taking it back to Cherokee, Iowa. The goal today, though, is we're racing a storm. When we started the day, it was 50 degrees. Foggy, rainy, and then we jumped over into Illinois right now. We're down to 24 degrees. The fog is gone. We do have a drizzle. It's not a freezing drizzle though, which is a plus. Up in the Peoria to the Iowa line, the way it's sounding right now, my weatherman, my dad, is keeping me updated on the way everything's looking. They're predicting an inch an hour and up to 10 inches of snow. At least that's what they're getting in Missouri, and they're thinking that might actually spread all the way across the states, or across Missouri, Illinois, and Indiana a little bit. So that's our goal today. We are racing a storm, and we need to get ahead of it. The other day when I told you that I am not I am a truck driver, then a YouTuber, this pretty much proves it. If I was a YouTuber, then a truck driver, we'd be dragging our feet, because nothing brings more views than driving through a blizzard, right? So we're going to continue on driving, and I'll be back with you guys a little bit later on. Well, we've made it to Champaign, Illinois right now, and we have found the ice. We're down to 18 degrees. The ice is building up pretty quick on the breathers and on the mirrors. Antennas are starting to turn into giant icicles. The roads are okay. They're not bad yet. They're starting to get a little bit of a glaze to them, but not horrible. The goal is we're going to keep going. We're going to push through the ice here, because the way it looks like by the time we get up by Peoria, it's going to change over to snow. And then we're pushed, as long as traffic plays nice, we're pushed through the snow and get into Iowa, where we'll be away from it all. When I say as long as the traffic plays nice, when you're driving in snow and ice, you can drive in it, guys. It's not scary at all to drive in. You'd be just fine. It's the surrounding people around you that make driving in winter conditions not pleasant at all. Everybody's zipping pretty good yet, and it's starting to build up on the road a little bit, so we'll see what we find when we get up here.
man, there ain't nothing over there.
Awesome to hear. You get through Bloomington, it's going to be a little icy. It wasn't built up on the road at the time. But once you get a little bit past Bloomington, you're just fine rain. That's it. Awesome news, awesome news. Thanks, driver. Have a safe day.
Be careful right before you get to Peoria. Now a couple pickup trucks spun out in front of me there. It's kind of icy in there.
Alrighty. I haven't seen anybody in the ditch. There was one van in the ditch, probably about 3 miles ahead of you, but other than that, everybody seems to be behaving themselves today.
Yeah, this wind ain't helping much either.
Definitely not. Definitely not. It's actually gone down right here. You get past Bloomington, that wind's going to come up like crazy on you for a little bit. Well, we didn't see anybody go in the ditch until we got to the wet pavement. That was a fun little stretch. I think we might have actually won the war though. We were losing a battle there for a little bit, but I think we've won a war. That little white Dodge, I don't think the camera caught it. I think it was a little too far out. Watched him spin a little loop right on the interstate and then put it in reverse and start backing into traffic. We're heading through Peoria right now. I think we're okay. It's starting to snow again pretty good, but if we can just get north of Peoria, we're going to be A-okay. He's kind of mad at me right now. He's thinking, Dad, I want to get out. Yeah, I understand with him too. Once we get north of Peoria, once we get out of the snow line here, then he'll get out.
What you doing there, tanker? Go back out there, driver. I'm behind you.
Opie, come on, big boy. Come on. The other side of the building is going to be less windy. That windmill is blowing like crazy, man. Well, we're on the side of the building where it's not so windy right now. That last stretch from Peoria to here that that I recorded, it was just coming in as snow at first, and I was thinking, well, we can just still keep going pretty good in this. Then it turned to ice. It was ice underneath about 2 inches of snow. And you probably seen me pass a few people if I didn't edit that out. 35 mile an hour. If you can't hold 35, look for an exit. Unless all of traffic. If all traffic's going 35, never mind. If you can't hold 35, look for an exit, because we don't have chains out here. So, and we got a lot of rolling hills. So I've spun out on a hill before, so I'm always gun shy. So if I think a hill's coming up, I'm gonna get around somebody just to get up and over the hill and make sure I'm all right. So I guess you go whatever speed you want, but me as a driver, if I can't hold 35, I'm finding an exit. You doing all right, man? I know your brother'd be having a fun time in this. It's windy over there, Opie. He loves snow. Jax just loves snow. Boy, he loves rolling around in it, having all kinds of fun in it. The trip is going okay. I mean, we made it here. The storm shifted, I think. I think the storm shifted north a lot more than expected, because where we're standing right here, we're about 20-30 miles from the Iowa border. I think Woodhull, Illinois. And you guys, I think we're not even supposed to get a dusting, were you? Or maybe an inch or so? It's coming down pretty good. Nope. I think he's going to start chasing. Nope. Opie. He was acting like he was going to jump up and chase snow. So I was like, oh, I got to record him doing that. All right, I got a mess to clean up, and I'll get right back with you. But yeah, I think the storm went a little bit further north of us. Did you guys see those headlights? I think I recorded them when we pulled in. For non-heated headlights, they are doing phenomenally awesome. I mean, they're the brights I haven't used at all, and they are froze solid. But the dims I've had on this entire time, come here, Ope. The dims I've had on this entire time, they're melted off. There's nothing on them. So I don't know. For non-heated lights, they're doing quite nicely. I'm impressed with them. Look at that, Ope. That's how good of a dog. That's how good of a dog that dog is. There's 2 ankle biters over there. Cute pups. Miniature. Well, I can't even think of the name of them. But they, dang it. Doberman Pinschers. There we go. Miniature Doberman Pinschers. They're barking like crazy, and Opie's like, I could care less. See? He's like, I could care less. Oh, you are looking at him now, aren't you? Stay in the truck? Okay, now we can go. Okay, let's warm up. are you? It's actually quite a shame. Right now we're at Interstate 80 or Iowa 80 truck stop. It's kind of sad how far downhill this place has gone over the years. It just keeps going down and down and down and down. It used to be a real nice place though. No, of course I was talking about the gas station part. I wasn't talking about the, yes, IOP. I wasn't talking about the actual truck stop part. I guess that's still nice and pretty. But luckily I have a microwave in my truck because I tried telling the girl that the grill was not on. Because she asked if I wanted it grilled and I said, yep, please. And she put them in there and I looked at it and I looked and I go, I don't think your grill's on because, well, you can see all it did was make the imprint. So we're gonna have warm lettuce, but at least we have a microwave in the truck and we can do this ourselves. I just let you out. We've traveled 20 miles. Yeah. Yeah, you didn't get me McDonald's. I will though. I will.
I made sure to get all that shit noted and photographed. Oh, hell yeah. Somebody backed into it? Yeah, somebody backed into the driver's side front corner. Oh, hell.
Come on. The hose is frozen, boys. Come on. Come on. There we go. Whew. It's cold. We're below zero now. Gotta be, right? Gotta be. That was quite the doozy of a snowstorm, wasn't it? Still enough of a snowstorm that I can put it in the title of my video though. Alright, we're gonna get some fuel. As you guys already seen, it is quite chilly out. It is not warm or pleasant by no means. Hence the truck's still running. You guys can usually tell if it's cold or not when I leave the truck running or not, right? You know that nice little storm we just went through? I would go through that every single day if it meant our average high was going to be 30 degrees. And don't even get me started what I'd sacrifice for no wind. Oh, is there any states in America that don't have wind? Those states would be phenomenal if there was one. Well, there we go. Another successful mission in the books. We made it to Cherokee, Iowa. We made our delivery. Then we got back here to Sioux City, Iowa, and we've dropped our trailer off. From here, we're going to head home for about 2 days, and then we're going to get back on the road and do some more trucking. I think today went pretty good. The snow was snow. We tried beating the storm, and like Dad said, he goes, you know, I think you just needed another hour. If I would have got out of there about an hour earlier, maybe we might have beat it. It wasn't horrible by no means. I mean, we lost visibility a few times, but it wasn't severe. And we had to pass a few people, which happens when you're in a truck. Sometimes people want to go really slow, which is perfectly understandable. Like I said earlier, 35 miles an hour is my cutoff. If I can't hold 35, I'm usually looking for an off-ramp. Nothing else. We covered about everything. You guys stay safe, and as always, I'll see you next time.
Time to beat is 1:13:83, and the bronze medal spot held by Angelina Galikova, 1:14:71.